Okay, all right, guys, welcome. Today, I'm going to teach you the tools you will need for copywriting. Okay, right, the tools you will need in copywriting. So, the first tool you're going to need is your Google Docs. There are probably there are other writing apps you can use, but the best part about Google Docs is that Google Docs enables you to create links that you can send to your clients so that they can look at what you have written. If they have reviews, they can drop their reviews and then you can come back and work on that same document without changing anything. Right. So your client, there are a lot you can do with Google Docs. It's just simply a lot. Some of you are familiar with Google Docs, and for the people who are not familiar with Google Docs, it's a very simple app owned by Google called Google Documents, whereby you can use and write anything you want to write. And the best part is that it has a lot of features. You can input images, you can put in links, you can write a lot of stuff, you can create links, you can share the that particular document. Okay, so you need Google Docs for this for your copywriting jobs. And then the second thing you need are grammar checkers. As a writer, when you are writing, you are bound to make mistakes because you are human. You are not an AI, right? So you need some grammar checkers like Grammarly so that they can use they can help you to check your language, to check your sentence, to check your verbs, to check your pronouns, to check your adjectives, and know whether you use them right in a complete sentence. Grammarly is so good because it can also help you to paraphrase. There are places whereby you write long sentences, and Grammarly will read the sentence and then will help you to paraphrase it and make it much more concise and better. So you need grammar checkers. At least you need Grammarly. It's very easy to install. If you're using a cell phone, just go to Play Store, type in Grammarly, and install the app on your phone, and it automatically begins to run. Open the app, and it begins to run. So right, so that's it. So the third thing you need are some copy templates. You know, in this course, I will be showing you some copy templates. I'll be showing you sales page templates, landing page templates, Facebook ads templates, Google ads templates, um, web copy templates, all sorts of copy that you can write. I'll be showing you the templates because you actually need them. So, guys, these are basically the tools that you need in your copy. Okay, so and then let's get down to the main job here. The main thing is before you write a single word of your copy, there are things you need to know. You can't just open up your Google Docs and you start writing. No, you are bound to make mistakes. You are bound to do the wrong things. But before you write a single word of your copy, there are things that you need to know. All right. So there are things you need to know as a copywriter before you finally get down to writing. So here are the things you need to know. The first thing you need to know is your client's business. Of course, you have to know your client's business. Is your client a fashion designer? Is he into medicals? Is he in the health sector? Is he in the agricultural sector? Is he in the automobile sector? Whatever business your client is selling or whatever service your client is selling, you need to understand that business. And one of the best ways you can understand your client's business is to go on a call with your client and ask them specific questions about their business. Okay, you ask them specific questions about their business. Some of these things are explained in the books you have access to in this course. So I encourage you to read those books so that you get a better understanding of these kind of questions that you'll be asking your clients. Targeted questions about their business. As a copywriter, you have to learn about your client's business so that you can be able to sell better, sell that business or sell that service better. So the second thing you need is your client's audience in details. Guys, this is where it gets good because you have to know your client's customers. You have to understand your client's customers to be able to write a copy that will resonate with them, to be able to write a copy that will speak to them in the language that they will understand. Okay. So you have to know this audience. And most times, you start by asking your clients who their audience is. Some of these clients will give you detailed demographics, detailed interest, detailed behaviors about their audience. And most times, some of these clients will not give you anything about their audience. They will just tell you a thing or two about their audience. But then, if you read the books that are available to you in this course, you will be able to understand the client audience and different segments of audiences, who they are, what they are looking for at each segment. You'll be able to understand that. So the third thing you need to know, the third thing you need to know before you write a single copy is the audience's fears, guys. You need to know what the audience are afraid of. Your clients' customers, those are the audience, right? So you need to know what they are afraid of. Maybe this guy is in his 60s or in his 50s or even in his 40s and he's already suffering from erectile dysfunction. Okay, so he's afraid that he may not be able to satisfy his wife in bed. So that those are the fears. Now, if you're selling a product that cures erectile dysfunction and you want to speak to this set of clients or this set of prospects or this set of customers who has these fears, you're going to write headlines and you're going to start in a manner that is going to address their fears. And it will look as if exactly that you are talking to them. So, guys, you need to understand your audience's fears so that you can be able to speak to them in the manner that they will understand. So, the fourth thing you need to know before you write a single copy is a thorough research to know where the audience journey is at. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. But the reason I'm making this video, and I'm putting it first is because you need to know the things you are supposed to know before you even start writing a copy. And the answer to most of these questions here are in this book, are in the books that I made available to you, right? In the books I made available to you. Make sure you read those books. You will find lots of these answers there. I can't possibly say everything in this video, but I can assure you that if you read the book, don't just read it once, don't just read it twice, read it as much as you can. The more you read those books, the more you understand them better, and the more you can be able to practice what is in those books. So the fourth thing is that thorough research on where the audience journey is at. If you read those books, you will understand that every audience have different journey that they at, right? So what I'm trying to say is that there are audience or there are people who are not aware of a particular problem, right? And there are people who are aware that they have a problem, but they don't know that there is a solution. Now, the third part is that there are people who are aware that they have a problem, they are aware of a solution, and they are willing to try a solution. Now, the fourth set is there are people who are aware they have a problem, they have tried so many solutions, but then they are now looking for the best solution out there. So these are this last set of audience are the most skeptical. They are the most hardest to please, they are the most hardest to convince. So when you conduct a thorough research to where the audience journey is at, so you will use social media platforms like Amazon or Quora or Reddit or Discord. You get into conversations and you try to understand where this audience with most of their discussions. I can't possibly tell you everything, but what I can advise you to do is read the PDF books I uploaded in this section. It will do you a lot of good to understand the thorough research I'm talking about and how to conduct that research in this part. So the fifth thing you need is the big idea behind the product or service that you are selling. Yes, the big idea. What I mean by a big idea is that everything in life, every service or every product has a big idea. People don't just buy products because they have the money. Some people buy products because it makes them feel good. Some people buy products because it will elevate their status in life, right? So, for example, a man has money to buy a Ferrari, right? Any man who has money to buy a Ferrari also have money to buy something like a Volkswagen or a Toyota product or a BMW or one of those other cars. But then this guy has enough money to buy a Ferrari, right? Now, if he just wants a car, he can probably buy the Toyota or BMW or Volkswagen. He can just buy that. But then he's not just looking for a car. He's looking for a car that is going to tell everyone that, look, I'm a rich dude. He's looking for a car that is going to make him stand out in the crowd. He's looking for a car that is going to announce him once he enters any particular place. So if you find yourself as a copywriter and you are selling a Ferrari, you're not just selling it to the customer because it's just a car that will make them comfortable. I mean, the BMs and the Toyotas and the Maybachs will make them comfortable too. But you're going to find something attached to that Ferrari, which is a big idea behind the reason why that customer should buy Ferrari and leave BM or leave Volkswagen or leave the other product cars. So this is just an analogy to make you understand a little about what the big idea is on a product. And more of this big idea is explained in the book that is made available to you in this section. So make sure you read that book and make sure you read that book so that you understand better about what a big idea is. So, wrapping up, guys, that's it. This is your turn. Read those books uploaded in this section and then go over this video again. You will understand what I'm saying and then point them out and try to use them in writing your copy. And you will see that you will get a lot better in writing this copy. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next module.